He brings in the Westbrook. This is a LeBron team, and they're still losing. And Jordan never had to do any of that. And I think you changed my mind.
Just take it away from him. Under 4 left. The barn is alive again. 52-51.
Got me in my hormones. All gas, no brakes, score 4-0. If you think you own this place, you get foreclosed. I've been in my head, but it's not about a T3. I like to learn, but there's nothing you can teach me. We all got opinions.
The other Amy, she does our video clips.
Okay.
And Dimitri may have made an off-color remark last week, and she called us out on it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What did he say?
So we're waiting for the law. We're waiting for the lawsuit. Basically, is what's happening, and or her boyfriend to fly over and kick the shit out of Dimitri. It's one of the two. We're not sure which one's gonna
Don't
be.
think too hard about it.
But you know what's funny, Chris? You know what I would do
What?
if the guy came over. Not that I would want to fight. I'd break it up.
Yeah.
But I'd have his back.
Yeah.
I'd have his back.
Well,
It's because you're a good partner.
But he
I'm a
wanted
good
the
partner.
two bears.
That's right. Thank you for bringing it up, Chris. Let's talk about it real quick. Two friends, Sports Show, 2:30. How you doing? Where you been? You know what I
Sports Show TV. Mano!
So I'm perusing the nets. You know me.
You're
I'm
a great
perusing.
you're the best peruser.
I'm the best peruser. And I find two buddies. They're going on a hike.
Yep.
They go in Wyoming. They're in Wyoming. They're going for a little walk. Bear attacks friend.
Okay.
Friend, instead of saying, I'm out of here or I'm going to go call the police or whatever he's going to do, he jumps in. Granted, he's a wrestler, so his instinct was there to jump in and fight the bear. He fights the bear. Chris, me and you, we're walking. We're minding our own business. Bear attacks me. Do you jump in?
Buddy, you know, in a heartbeat I would.
See? This is
In a
what I'm talking
heartbeat,
about.
I would.
Exactly. We've been through things.
Yeah.
We got each other's back, whatever.
Yeah.
I do 230 shows with this guy next to me, and I'm telling you right now, Dimitri, me and you, we're walking. We're minding our own business. Bear attacks me. Actually, Bear was going to attack you, but I got in between and said, no, take on. What do you do for me on the back end?
Yeah, it's a situational game time decision for me. Listen. Fundamentally, I have your back.
Right.
Okay, I do. I legitimately do. But again, here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you're like 3 seconds away from dying,
Right.
there's nothing I can do in those 3 seconds.
I understand.
Right? So at that point, 50% is better than 100% done.
Wouldn't you feel guilty, though, knowing in the back of your mind you might have been able to do something, but you didn't do something?
No, not when I go home to my family.
Yeah.
It would make a
really,
lot of sense.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Listen, man.
How can you go and tell my wife going, I didn't do anything for her?
No, I said I would. Well, of course, I would lie. You're dead. There's nothing you're gonna say.
Wow.
You're nothing. What's he gonna say?
Wow.
This is what I deal with. This is what I deal with each and every week.
Wow.
This is what I deal with. Ladies and gentlemen, sports show.
No, hold on. No, because objection, Your Honor, because you're bringing me down a line of questioning. First of all, that was very suggestive.
Very suggestive.
Okay, I'm not saying I wouldn't help you. I'm just saying at the opportunity cost of both of us dying,
right,
I would expect you to do the same.
But we would die together.
Come on. What are we going to tell this? What are we going to do the podcast in hell? What's the matter with you?
You know what? They could use the ratings.
Well, you don't think that one of us has got to come back here and do the show?
It's a good point. I never thought of the show.
Oh,
you're right. I never thought of the show.
Thank you. Because you're just sitting there thinking about yourself.
Wow. Yeah, I was a little, you know what? I was thinking about myself, and I wasn't thinking about the show. You're absolutely right. The show has to go on.
Someone's got to do the show.
Chris,
Hi, guys.
ladies and gentlemen, exactly. Sports Show TV. We got Chris Soteropoulos in the house today. Who's Chris Soteropoulos? He's one of my best friends, if not my greatest friend of all time. We were doing the Greek show because we do it here at CJSW. We did
That's
it
right.
live. Chris from DJ Christaki on Spotify. If you guys want to log in and listen to some amazing Greek music, he's here live in the studio. First time ever for Chris on the Sports Show.
Actually, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
so happy to be here with you boys.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, we're happy to have you, man. This is fun.
This is
been
gonna
a
be
fun
good.
day.
It's gonna be a
love
fun
that we
day.
can actually talk really whatever we really want to.
That's right.
We don't have to hide shit.
It's see, you can just say it freely. Doesn't it feel good?
Oh,
Just let it
yeah,
out.
buddy.
Yeah.
Let it out.
Oh, buddy.
Say it again.
we have
Say shit
fun.
one more time. Do it.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for us to have some good talk.
Oh, it's
so
great.
funny.
It's great. So I have a confession to make.
You have a confession.
What's up?
Kills me.
Okay, I'm
It
listening.
upsets me.
Do it.
So we were at the Flames game the other day, right?
Right.
And we go, Damit and I, date night, we go to the casino after. We run into a friend.
Quick question. Do you
Yeah.
play roulette or anything? Or?
No, we do the slots.
Slots.
Yeah, when you're there, I mean, I don't have actually, she doesn't have the patience. We're not table game people. You're there, you do slots, have fun,
Sure.
call it a day.
I'm just curious.
By myself, I'm at the craps table.
The craps table. You're a
Yeah.
craps guy.
I just enjoy the whole thing of craps.
Right.
I like the element of it.
If I was ever
Do you
playing,
know
I
what-
want to be the guy with the stick that gives you the dice.
You'd be the stick guy.
The stick guy.
That's a good role.
I like that.
He's really in control.
Here you go, sir. I would take that home. I'm like, pass the sugar. Well, here you go.
You should make your dinner table a craps table. Write that
my
down.
God, write
Shut
that
up. Write that down.
down. Yeah,
Don't
write that
steal
down.
that. Don't
I
steal
got
that.
that. Okay.
So from now on, that's how you place the checks. From now
From casino.
So we're there, right? And of course, her husband is there, and I took his phone and got him to follow us on Spotify.
That's the only way to do it.
It's the only way. You got to commandeer the phone. So we're talking sports. We're talking this. We're talking hockey. He's a big basketball guy. So of course, the Jordan, LeBron James.
I like him
thing,
already.
He comes up. We plead our cases. Well, I go home that night. I pour myself another because I'm not quite done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
When
last night. I was doing the same thing.
When you're out with the wife, like the wife can only take you so far.
It's true.
And then you're not done. And you're like, honey, go to bed. I'm going to put the sports highlights, put myself on another stiff one.
Yeah.
You
Were you at my house last
Before
night?
I go-
This is what I did last night.
I'm going to drink a stiff one before
I was
we get
listening to
the
his
stiff one.
podcast.
Really?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
I was listening to it yesterday afternoon on the way home.
I was listening while I was having drinks last
Yeah, well,
night.
I was listening it before, and then
I already listened to it you.
Yeah, but I did it 5 times already. No, so anyhow, what happens? We're going, and then it hits me. So I'm watching the Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors, opening season.
Right.
Golden State kicks the crap out of them. That's fine, but the Lakers made a game in the 4th. And as we were talking, I'm like, oh my goodness. And so I'm thinking back to this. Oh my goodness, it just dawned on me. I go, here's Wiggins, who used to be part of LeBron James' team, who LeBron James actively went and said, I want him out.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
I don't want this guy playing. And he's stuffing dimes right in front of his face.
That's right.
Helping Golden State, the defending champions, win. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Finally.
Oh no. It came. It hit me. I didn't know what it was. It was bad. It was like being the first time in sex ed and being like, what are these words? What are these terms?
Yeah.
Get off of my mom, you animal.
Wow.
And here's what happened. For the first time in my life,
Say it.
I have to eat crow.
Say it.
And finally admit that maybe, potentially, quite possibly, Mitch has been right the whole time, that Jordan is the GOAT. Here's the problem that I have. LeBron James, although I will adamantly say, did, yes, take a Cleveland Cavaliers team down 3-1 to beat the 72-9 Golden State Warriors, something that Jordan has never done and Jordan has never had to do. And that put me in the pedestal. But Jordan never whined when he got hit. Jordan never lost in a final. Jordan never actively selected a team that came short. So here's LeBron. LeBron went to Miami.
That's right.
To build his team to win the championship. LeBron went to the LA Lakers just to have a legacy component. Yeah. LeBron went and got rid of the Wiggins. He wanted the Davis. He brings in the Westbrook. This is a LeBron team, and they're still losing. And Jordan never had to do any of that. And I think you changed my mind.
You heard it here. This is documented. Soteropoulos is in the house as well.
I hate you, LeBron James. I stuck up for you.
I
did
told
everything for
I
you.
told
You
you.
turn your back on me now. I say, F you, LeBron. It's from Major League. Everyone knows. He's my Joe Boo.
He's your Joe Boo.
He's my Joe Boo.
Chris, what are your thoughts on Jordan versus LeBron when it comes to the GOAT status?
Buddy, I've always been a Michael Jordan big fan. There's a big saying that's always been said. I think I told you guys this before. Those who are quiet are those who cause riots. Those who speak are those who are weak.
There we go.
Michael Jordan, he's so quiet, buddy, and he's worth a lot more than LeBron.
Yeah, we said it a couple of minutes ago. It's all about the fact that LeBron, makes all this hype. I mean, it's the world that we live in now, right? He's on the Instagrams, the TikToks with his kids and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But Michael Jordan's still the quietest guy out there. The guy that just still, we said it a few minutes ago, still sells more shoes than anybody else. Still is the legend of the legend. And I said it again, and I'll say it one more time. He just doesn't even care. It seems like he does not even want the accolades that do follow him. And I mean, he could easily be on the internet every day or on Instagram and probably be one of the biggest following guys. You know what I mean? But he just likes being under the radar. It's quite interesting to watch him operate. If you
I
will.
was under the influence at the time, so it is subject to change.
No. it's
But
not.
moving on.
Moving on. All
You
right.
love it,
I
don't you?
have to admit,
You're
it's
so-
one of the greatest feelings. Like there's sex, then there's
This.
masturbating, and then there's this.
From bottom to top.
Yeah, from bottom to top, exactly. That's
Didn't see
it.
that
All right.
coming.
From there, let's get over to NHL dump and chase. We're a week into the NHL playoff, into the NHL season, and you know what? There isn't a lot to report. So I said, hey, let's go through all the divisions, see where are they? Because I'm a big guy on you gotta start hot. Okay, I've said
You're
it
a
once.
streak guy.
I'm a streak guy. What else am I? If you're hot, stay hot. Don't change anything. We'll get into that, Dallas Cowboys, later. But the point of the matter is, right now we're in NHL. Let's start. The Atlantic Division, it's the Boston Bruins leading the division again. This team, every year, everyone's like, all right, this is going to be the year we start the rebuild. Nah, let's. They're at 4-1 right now. The Panthers 3-1. The Sabres, you went to the game the other day where they were taking on the Flames. Thoughts on the Sabres?
Love it. A team you just don't want to play against. They're fast. They're dynamic. They move the puck very well. And their players, they got like that Tage Thompson, for me, ace. This guy's an ace. They're so lucky to have signed him long-term right now.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
Dude, the one guy I really like on that team, and he was on the Las Vegas Golden Knights, it's Tuck.
Oh, yeah.
He got the hat trick the other night. I told you guys, hey, Eichel, where's your hat trick? Where's your hat trick, Eichel?
Get out of here!
Get out of here!
We're so early in the season, though.
I know,
Forget about it.
you know what, Chris? You're absolutely right. Chris, get a little closer to your microphone. Just, I agree with you, Chris, but I'm a big guy on you got to start off hot because it's hard to catch up. It's like anything else. If you're in a race, right? You don't want to be at the back of the race. You want to be at the front of the race or in the middle of the pack. You don't want to be too far back.
You're right, but how many times have we seen it where people start in the back and then all of a sudden they're in the front so fast?
It can happen. You're absolutely right. It can happen. But
That's called Greek style.
True.
True. From there, let's talk about a team that's not starting off hot, and it's the Toronto Maple Leafs. Matt Murray is hurt again. This guy just can't get out of his own way. Toronto not starting off hot. Should they be worried? Not worried.
No, they should just put Marner on defense.
Thank you. That's 2 times. That's 2 times. You know what? That's twice now.
I'm feeding the beast now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm feeding the beast. Look, if I'm Toronto, I am worried because this is a team. It's make or break again this year. But the East, anyone in the East that's behind. So, Chris, I agree with you. In hockey, it's a little early. You got to wait till about the 30-game mark, see where people stack. But the East is so competitive that for the marquee teams, it really matters. Toronto needs home ice.
Yeah.
That's a team that needs to go into the playoff. Tampa Bay.
True. But they are last right now in the Atlantic.
But if they get in the playoffs, they're fine.
Yeah, that's true.
They're that type of team, right? But Toronto needs every advantage they can get. So, yes, I am worried.
The other team in the Eastern Division is the Metropolitan Division. You got the Pens at 3-0, starting off hot. The Rangers 3-1, Hurricanes, and the Flyers at 3-1. The Torts. Unbelievable. I like that. I like the Torts is making a little bit of an impact early. I don't know if they're going to keep it going.
They will.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they will, actually.
What do you think? I know you know who Sidney Crosby is and all that stuff, Chris. What do you think of Pittsburgh this year?
Buddy, I actually think Pittsburgh will be at the top 5.
Yeah.
I
really,
do.
yeah?
I truly do.
You heard it here first. You know who's last in the Metropolitan?
Who?
It's the Columbus Blue Jackets. Fata, John. I told you.
Wow.
Well, you score 1 goal on a wraparound, you think you're a MAGA? Get out of here.
Relax.
Relax.
Look at me.
I want to be closer to my mama. Get lost.
Yeah, you're
loser.
closer to the loser pile, you dummy.
From there, we go over to the Western Division.
We're not bitter, though.
I mean,
hey,
it's
you know,
fine. It's
hey,
fine.
hey,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you know,
Jackass.
you could have made more money. Anyway, I leave it alone. I walk away. We're in the Western Division. Let's start with the Central. It's the surprising Dallas Stars, who last year caused all of Calgary to have a heart attack. They're at 3-0.
Yep.
You got the Avalanche, defending Stanley Cup champions, at 2-1. The Preds, the Blues, the Wild, last place, but Avs 2-1. Okay, not okay.
I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
Neither am I.
No.
Me and him, buddy, we're
You guys are on the same
so
page
alike.
here.
That's
Yeah.
not about it. That's why. We used to be
Exactly.
LeBron guys, too. Back in the day, we were LeBron guys. Well, you know what? I'd save you from the Bear.
yeah.
Oh, you'd save him from the Bear.
You know what? Even if there was no chance
You're
of being...
doing not even full show yet, and we've done 230, and
Because-
you're saving him and not me.
Listen, sometimes you connect with people.
Yeah.
Fair
It is what it is.
Yeah, I guess so. Fair enough. From there, we go over to the Pacific, and it's the surprising, because I had them pegged as maybe not the greatest team. It's the Las Vegas Golden Knights leading the Pacific at 4-1. The Flames, the Kraken, are in 3rd place. What do you think?
I think that'll fizzle out.
Yeah.
I think it's just a hot start to to a young team, young franchise, young team, good start, it'll fizzle out. That stuff doesn't last.
The team that I pegged to maybe be the dark horse or the dark Pegasus, I think we pegged.
The Pegasus.
The Sharks last.
Oof, that's a tough one.
See, my dark horse is not going to come
Next
through
year.
now because they're slow to the start. You see what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
See what I'm saying? All right, so we got into this argument. One more thing on dump and chase in the NHL.
Okay.
The big talk. Patrick Kane, Chicago Blackhawks, three-time Stanley Cup champion, says, I got to get moved. I want to get moved. Big room. He's still got a little talent. He's got a little gas in the tank, as they say, left. Mm-hmm. The Flames are in contention. The Rangers and Buffalo, he's a hometown guy, they're thinking of getting him. I have a Division J basketball with my boys, right? The other day, we're all sitting having a little drink, and the conversation came up, and I thought, what a great conversation to have. Some guys at the table think that we should be giving our future stars, like here in Calgary and or other teams, give the future stars to get the Patrick Kane for the playoffs and or for the season, right? Have them ready.
Yeah.
My sentiment was don't give up the future guys. Like Patrick's great. He's awesome. He's got his 3, and he would cost a lot of money. So meaning you got to make some moves to bring him over.
Yeah.
Is it worth bringing in a superstar to give up your future?
A tough one, actually.
It's a mind boggler.
I think it depends on the team, quite frankly. And I think that Calgary's not the team that should do that because this is finally a full Sutter team. And if you think about what you're not going to give up the people you just brought in. But I could see the argument on the other side because if you have your core, if he's coming for the year, no, you don't want to do it. But this is a 4-line rolling Sutter team.
Yep.
And no, I think Kane can go somewhere else. What's he going to do? 1 or 2 years? If you don't win and then you don't win the cup?
Exactly.
Then what?
So my sentiments were especially this early. Like I know he's a hawk. It's like anything else. You want to buy low, sell high, all that stuff, right? For me, if you're going to go after him, wait till the trade deadline. And if you don't get him, you don't get him. But to trade right now, so early, I just don't. And I'm not just talking about the Flames. Any team right now. It's like supply and demand. You know he wants to go, so wait it out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, that's where but there are some teams that you can do that to. I mean, that's where a team like Buffalo,
right?
Yeah, you want to do that there. Why not?
Hometown discount. Chris, what do you think? Give away the future or go for it right now?
But I'd go for it now.
Yeah, I know. See, I swear to God, I'm not even joking. Chris, all our lives, Dimitri, all in guy. He's the all in guy for everything he does.
You know why? This is my opinion. Go for it now so you can help teach the guys underneath him.
Oh, I see.
So this way, when he does retire, the team's ready to go. Already has his end.
But aren't you? What about like a good dynamic? Like right now, if let's say the Flames wanted to go after him.
Yeah.
Right now, we're only 3-4 games into the season. Yeah. This team seems very solid.
Yeah.
If you bring an outsider in, because these guys went to training camp together, did all that, and you bring this guy in, all of a sudden you gotta. And remember, he's a good player, so you're gonna jumble around your 2 top lines all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Do you really want to mess with that chemistry? Let's use a pizza analogy. You got a Magira, right?
Yeah.
So you got the kitchen guy.
Yeah.
Do you really want to mess with the pizza guy that's doing a good job with the pizza and put him on the deep fryer?
I do.
There was a trick question because we did it all.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I agree with Chris to the point where if you win a Stanley Cup, you have a gimme for a decade.
Yeah.
You don't care. Like you've just won it for your franchise. Yeah. But it does depend on the type of team. It just I'm looking at who the Flames would give up. If they give up, let's say, like a Backlund,
right?
I'm okay with that, actually.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
because listen, they decided who their cornerstones are. It's Markstrom, it's Weegar, it's Huberdeau, and it's Kadri.
Okay.
Okay? So everyone else for me is expendable.
Yep.
I don't know. I just wouldn't do it. I see where you guys are going with it. I get it. But for me, I would say don't do it right now. There's no need to do it right now. I mean, every NHL prognosticator out there, and including myself from last week, Chris, picked the Calgary Flames to actually win the Stanley Cup this year. No. So why would you mess with it?
I wouldn't mess.
Why mess with the recipe?
With this Stanley Cup, yeah, I agree, because Sutter basically has redone the LA Kings for himself.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, no. Okay, you're right about this one right now, but how many times does it happen where they thought they got the team ready? 3, 4, 5, 6 years later, nothing has happened.
You son of a... You come onto my podcast and you think you're going to fucking do me up? No. You come in. You two both work together.
But do you get what I'm
saying? You two are working together.
Listen, Ronaldo, you hear what I'm saying?
I got what you're saying.
Right? You're saving from the bear now? Tough guy.
I'm that guy.
You know what? That bear comes after you, I'm thinking twice now. I'm just saying.
I'd rather see it now, not 5, 6 years down the road.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. I do. No, I get it. He's got a point. He
got
might
a
have
point,
a point. From there, we're going to talk really quick about Major League Baseball. So baseball is right in the heat of their playoffs. In the National League, you got the San Diego Padres taking on the Phillies. Okay. And then in the American League, you got the Yankees versus the Houston Astros. Which of these 4 teams, Dimitri, do you think is going to win the World Series?
I think every year I always pick my dark horse or my pick, and I always find them a year too early.
Right.
So I picked the Yankees last year.
Yeah.
I think they're going to win this year.
You think so?
But here's what I really want to see.
Yeah.
The Padres in the final.
Really?
Because that franchise has been so terrible. Why not?
I agree with you. I agree. Here's my thing. I want Houston to win it all.
I know
because
why.
A couple of years ago, they got caught cheating, right? But what is our big saying? Dimitri and Chris actually knows this. If you're not cheating,
you're not trying.
Exactly. So the fact is, they won the World Series. They got, lambasted by the whole league. They got, fined and all that, but they still got to keep their rings. They still did. Chris knows a little something about, maybe finals back in the day and diploma exams and stuff like that. Bottom line, you passed, didn't you, Chris?
I did.
That's right. Allegedly. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying anything.
I'm proud, motherfucker.
But the point is, I want Houston to win it just so they can shut everybody up.
Yep.
But to your point, the Padres, I actually would like to see it. I mean, they spent a lot of money, man.
Lot of money.
They went out, Chris, and bought a lot of big players.
Yep.
But the one guy that's not on the team, and he's maybe one of the highest paid players in the entire league, and he's been suspended because he was doing PEDs, like drugs to make him better, is Fernando Tatis. If they end up winning it, does he deserve a ring?
Absolutely.
You think? Give him that?
Absolutely. They should give him a free subscription to his steroids for a year.
He's right.
You know, one little thing, side note, going back to the NHL, last week they gave the rings for the Avalanche. Have you guys seen these rings these guys are getting now?
Whoa.
Dude, it's as big as that thing that's around the ring. It's like that big. It's like this. It's like
huge.
you're walking around like this.
They have the Avalanche ring. I saw the Golden State because after the game they were interviewing Klay Thompson. But the ring is massive.
Do you wear that?
No. Certain situations.
I wear it everywhere. Everywhere. Just go get Starbucks and it's like, oh, this thing? Now, speaking of NBA, great segue because it started last week and no one knew. Okay, maybe we just didn't know. I don't know what's happening here.
Where's the commercial? Where's the teaser trailer? Where's the hype?
I didn't know NBA started last week.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Usually it starts like this week, and sometimes it's even started the week of Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, they started. Mm-hmm. Up with the NFL. The NFL is right there when it comes to like money and stuff like, or the NBA is right next to the NFL. How do these guys not put on a commercial? And they have all these superstars that are known around the world. The Giannis, the Jokic, everybody. You guys can't put one commercial on to tell us that it started.
Listen. But are you for real? It started?
Yeah, I swear to God, they started the other day.
That's what we're saying.
They're already like 2 or 3 games in.
Oh, but I didn't know that.
Right? Where's the merch push?
Yeah, where's the merch?
Interesting.
Now, here's one real thing. Do you have a pick this year? You want to throw out a pick?
Oh, I'm gonna drop it here.
Okay.
I have a lot of bold predictions for this year's NBA.
Well, let's hear it.
And I think that this guy is gonna be right. We've been accustomed to the NBA is good and not good depending on how you look at it.
Okay.
Where your favorites or the favorites, like usually the number 1 seeds, will make it all the way, right? And then you might get someone sneak in there. Yeah. But honey, sugar babies, ladies and gentlemen, this year is a little bit different. And I'm going to put my Final Four, and I'm going to put my stamp on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you that this year is the year of the immigrant and the 76er. Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Dallas, Denver.
Oh.
That's your 4. That's who's going to duke it out, and that's what you're going to see. It's going to be Milwaukee, Denver. It's going to be Philadelphia versus Dallas in some combination. That's this year's NBA.
I like what you're saying. I like it, but mine's a little different. I think the 76ers are hype machine. They're not what they think they are. I love your Milwaukee. Giannis is literally the best player in the league. Like, Jokic will say, well, what about my 2 MVPs? Yes, but right now, Giannis, I think, is on another level. Watching him during the summertime, like, get hyped up to play in the Euro basketball and stuff, I just think he wants to take it to that next level. There's something that's twitched with that guy, and I think, so I like Milwaukee, and I like Toronto. I know it's crazy, but Toronto's a sound team, man. They got good defense. They got the offense. No huge superstars, unless you think Siakam is or Fred VanVleet. but I like Toronto. I think they're just a tough team to play.
It's well said. I like that too. Yeah.
I do like your pick of Denver. I think Jokic, who's going to try to be one of the only 4 players in NBA history to go for 3-time MVP. And the reality is he's due too. He wants this. You could taste it. But I got to go with Golden State too. This Omada is just, they can't lose. I don't know what it is with these guys. And anytime a guy on a team punches another guy on his team and they're still friends, I don't know. It's pretty good. See, that guy would fight a bear for that guy.
That's the Greek community right there, eh? Like just lay into your friend and then be like, yeah, Malaka, come on, we're going to fight now.
Yeah, exactly.
Mitch, I'm with you on that one, though.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Thank God. Finally. Okay, I would fight the bear for you. I would fight the bear. Real quick, here's one thing I just want to stay in the NBA for one more second. Zion Williams is back. He's dropped like 50 pounds. This guy was supposed to be the I don't know what you want to call it, the next god when it comes to NBA. He's looking good.
Look, there's no question he's looking good, and it's good to see he's taking it seriously. I don't think it's sustainable. I don't think he has the body type, and I don't think he has I'm telling you, he's not going to go down as one of the greats. You can't just all of a sudden after 5-6 years say, I'm going to just lose 50 pounds and get going.
It's true.
That might work for this year, but it's just not in his attitude. If it's not in your nature to crash into the NBA, to be the best, when will it ever be?
True.
Jordan never had that problem. LeBron never had that problem. Kobe never had that problem. None of those guys had that problem. If anything, they just kept getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not. Maybe this year, sure, but I'm not buying it.
No.
That guy will gain that 50 plus 10 more pounds.
Yeah.
His knees will buckle. He doesn't have the body type for longevity the way he plays. That's how I feel.
Well
Sell
said.
your rookie cards.
Well said. You know, I'm not even going to say anything. This is 2 weeks in a row. I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah.
You're being nice because of the Jordan thing.
I'm not going to stop you. You know why?
It's like you slept with my wife and you're complimenting me on top of it. Right? It's like,
Listen,
okay, why are you being nice?
Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. All right, from there, we go to the juggernaut. We go to the NFL.
That's why you want me to go to the bear first.
You know what? Why don't you go and fight the bear first? I don't understand.
I can say I've heard it all.
Ding dong. What? This isn't my house. Oh, I should tell you about your husband. Sad thing, really.
You're not going to believe what happened. Come with me over here. Let's sit down on the couch for a minute.
So,
I know. Come here. It's okay.
Are you breathing on my neck? It's okay. Hey, sometimes we all need friends.
oh, buddy. That's the truth.
Okay, from there, we go to the NFL real quick. Again, we're in week 7. Things are starting to figure itself out. But the big trade of the week, the NFL never does trades, but they had a trade this week. I would say in everybody's fantasy draft league, this guy either went first or second. It's Christian McCaffrey leaving the Carolina Panthers, going to the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers on paper look fantastic. Dimitri, what do you think of this trade?
Oh, so you know what? Now I'm changing my forecast that the 49ers might actually go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, I agree, but they just got to figure it out. Because sometimes too much talent is not a good thing either.
Right?
You know?
But the way they have their run game, it'll work.
Yeah.
It'll work.
I think so.
I got to wonder why Carolina? Why? I want to know what really happened there.
I think right now Carolina figured. I think they started the season with the idea of going, let's see where we are. Baker Mayfield comes in. It's not what they thought. Coach gets fired. Now they're going, let's just restart the whole, like, Control, Alt, Delete. We got to start from the beginning. And I think that's what they're doing here. They're just like, they ended up getting a second, a third, and a fourth rounder for next year's draft and a fifth rounder for the year after. So, again, going back to this whole, like, filling your cabinets and stuff like that, that's a lot of guys that they got for one guy. And this guy in the last few years has shown 2 things. Number one, he is a MAGA, but he also gets hurt a lot. So we'll see.
I was just surprised. That's all. I was just surprised.
Chris, are you watching NFL the way you used to? I mean, when you had the bar, you were all over it.
I'll be honest, no.
Not as much.
Yeah.
Are you still a Packer fan?
Yes.
You're in a Packer house here.
Green Bay, always.
That's my boy. See,
What we're talking about.
I teach them well.
Yeah, maybe I might put a bear in a
I have
headlock
their
again.
jackets and everything in my closet.
That's awesome. Now, quick thing here. The Billionaires, the owners of the team, had a team meeting. They had a billionaire-only meeting last week. Okay? They get together and they argue and stuff. And the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, got into an argument with the owner of the New England Patriots, as being reported, of Robert Kraft. And the argument came over Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell is the commissioner of the NFL, as we all know. This guy, the reason they got into a fight is because Robert Kraft says, hey, let's renegotiate his contract. He's getting paid $128 million to be the commissioner of the league. Okay? Wow. Jerry Jones goes, why are we giving him so much money, basically? And they got into a big fight. The vote was 31-1. Jerry lost the vote, by the way, that they're going to renegotiate the guy's contract. Do you think the commissioner of any league, but especially the NFL, like a Roger Goodell, $128 million to run the league?
Jerry Jones must have been part of the Greek Council.
I didn't see that.
Trying to oust on the only guy.
But you know what? But Jerry actually, to that point, Jerry's got a little bit of a point. So his argument's like, we're the NFL, we're the billionaires, we're the owners of this team. You're our representative.
Yeah.
What are you doing to make it better? And truthfully, he's kind of got a point because in the last couple of years, last week, Chris, I don't know if you listened to the podcast, I'm shorting the index. Yeah. NFL, I mean, every week they're on the news for all the wrong reasons. The penalties suck. There's too many penalties. The guys are soft now. They're not even hitting each other. So if you got to put that on Roger Goodell, then I'm kind of with Jerry on this one. $128 million for this guy? What
I like how Jerry went full Greek with here. Be like, hey, are we paying this guy too much? Yeah. Hold on a second. Hey, what's going on?
Do you know about
Hey, click it back a bit. Hey.
Maybe because I don't know. Is it 128 a year?
It's I believe it's 128 million. No, it's the course of his contract, but his contract's like 3 or 4 years old. Like, meaning it's coming up again. So
he's getting quarterback money.
Yeah, he's literally, but exactly, he's getting quarterback money, and he's not running around. He's not getting hit. He's not even making. He literally is the sounding board for the owners. So if the owners turn around and say, "Hey, tell the league to do this," he's the guy, and they're paying him $128 million. Now, hey, good for you. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but that's a lot of money.
It is.
To just tell everybody what the owners are telling you to tell.
Yeah, but you know what, Mitch? It's easy to look at the money on that aspect alone and say, oh, that's too much money. But we got to take it in context and relativity to what the position is paying, what's he doing. Like, if that's a certain percentage of revenues that's going in his pocket, and that's okay, who cares what the number is? That's arbitrary.
Agreed. But to Jerry Jones and the owners.
But he's the only guy.
He's the only guy.
But I get why, because he's the biggest franchise guy too, right? So he's like, whoa, what's... You know, I think Jerry's just upset.
I think Jerry just says, hey, that's a couple of bucks extra I could keep in my pocket.
Son of a bitch.
For Cooper Rush. Oh, I almost fell over. All right.
Did you notice how none of us jumped?
Yeah, I noticed that, by the way. I noticed that.
But points for being honest.
Yeah, fair enough. That's one thing I can never say about you. Real quick, though, what does a billionaire party look like? Like, all those guys are billionaires. Like... And what happened was in the report is that Jerry basically said to Rob, "Don't mess with me. Yeah. Don't mess with me." Yeah. But that's like saying, like, one wrestler saying it to another, "Don't mess with me." Like, they're all billionaires. Like, they all have clout. They all have power.
And they're so short.
And they're all little guys,
they're all little guys. That'd be amazing. You should ref.
I should.
Mitch would be the guy to break it up.
Here we go. It's rapid banter time. Chris, stand back and watch your good friend that's going to save you from a bear. Watch this. Here we go. Karim Benzema became just the 5th Frenchman to receive the Ballon d'Or since 2008. Is he the new Ronaldo and or Messi?
You know, I don't think even he could have pointed his finger on that.
TJ Tanner from Full House or Whitney from The Wonder Years?
That's a tie.
That's a tie.
That's a tie.
You know, they both look good. They look
just
good.
Had it. You know what? Yeah.
Jokic is in a unique opportunity to win his 3rd straight MVP award. Can he do it?
Yes.
Here are the winners. Larry Bird, Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell are the only other 3-time winners, and Ed Jablonski is on his way.
Give me a little I-40.
The Denver Broncos have been in 4 primetime games. Is it time for the NFL to bring back the flex scheduling?
They need to bring anything back that'll help him get a touchdown.
See, Goodell could do the flex. He doesn't use the flex, so why should we pay him the $128 million?
Oh, flex yourself.
ESPN 8, the Ocho, has done it again. Last week, I literally watched it. I was flipping through the channels. This was on. The U.S. Air Guitar Championships.
It's still not dodgeball.
The winner and 4-time regional champion, Ricky Stinkfingers.
That was my high school name. And
That
college.
could be. I think
And Friday night.
He might have taken out Chase Outlaw. Ricky Stinkfingers, not bad. Halloween is coming. Scariest movie of all time.
The Exorcist. Come on.
You know, one time we all went to go see it when we were younger. John Patopoulos literally got up and walked out.
Yeah.
I don't blame
Literally,
him.
2 minutes in, he got up and
But
walked right out.
my brother put it on. I saw it in the daytime, and I was freaked out. But like our names are Dimitri, and the girl was talking Greek to us.
That's true.
You can't let that go.
It did haunt me for a while.
That was a tough sell.
Zion made his debut this week, scoring 32 points against the Nets. He's down 50 pounds. Peloton or diet?
Yeah, he'll be scoring Twinkies by 6 months.
The last one. Las Vegas Golden Knights unveiled their third jersey. It's a glow-in-the-dark jersey. Cool, not cool?
How about unveiling your first championship?
Oh, my God. There it is. Rapid Banter episode 230 here on the Sports Show. We're off to MAGA or MALAKA. Chris, you can jump in on this one. This one will be fun. Are you ready?
Okay, ready.
Well, I think I'm only giving you guys one option. I said it earlier. What would you fight if your best friend's in a fight and needs your help? What are you going to do for him? Basically, how far will you go for your best friend?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Chris, you
All right.
take honors on this.
Yeah.
one.
How about this one, Chris? Fight an alligator. Would you fight an alligator for your best friend?
Yes,
MAGA
I
or
would.
MALAKA?
I would.
MAGA?
MAGA.
MAGA it is.
Yeah.
Corali, how about taking a slap shot from Al McInnes? Minimum equipment.
MAGA, I would do that.
You would take a shot from Al McInnes, but not save me from a bear.
I'd take the block shot.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is a wow, Chris. You really get to know somebody, you know what I mean?
do that.
Back in the NHL days, Chris, Bob Probert was the guy that no one wanted to fight.
Yeah.
Do you fight Bob Probert, MAGA or MALAKA? So we're playing a
MAGA.
game of hockey.
Yeah.
He body checks you.
Yeah.
Or body checks me.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't like the way I don't like what you did to my friend Jorge over there.
Yeah.
You go over, you skate over to him. Do you fight him?
Yes.
Me too.
See?
Me too.
You too.
Yeah.
You know you're the biggest liar.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I would do that.
You would go and fight Bob Probert.
Yes.
I would.
I'd rather fight the bear.
No, I wouldn't. I told you my stance on the bear. Probert, I'd fight.
Would you lie to the police for me? MAGA or MALAKA?
Yeah, MAGA, I would.
Really?
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah, I agree.
MAGA too.
Yeah, MAGA.
All right. I
Yeah.
got a little something for us later. Anyways, bury a body. Would you bury a body with your best friend, MAGA or MALAKA?
No,
No,
can't
why?
have- Malaka, can't have my DNA on that. You're on your own.
You're on your own.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not
you're
gonna.
on
So
your own.
you'll lie to the police,
Yeah.
but you're not helping me bury the
But
body.
that's what I'm saying. I would do that.
would
If you
do
came
that.
to me and be like, Corley, I need to bury this body. I'd be like,
Right.
listen,
No,
I can't. I don't want my fingerprints on it.
Chris.
But if the police come around, I'm lying.
Are we burying the body together, Chris?
I'd help you bury Mitch. I just don't know if I'd be telling people about it.
Well, I'd hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Like I'd lie to the police.
Right.
I would give you pointers.
I just hope you don't get drunk one night. and
Yeah.
talk
I can't have. But they can trace hair follicles now. I can't have that.
That's hilarious. All right, couple more. Taking a punch from Mike Tyson, MAGA or MALAKA? for
I'll
your
be
best
quick
friend?
to say, Malaka, no, you're on your own. Forget it.
Chris?
Do I get paid?
No.
And then fuck that.
And now he's the equivalent of a human bear. That's what I'm saying.
A couple more. How about this one? Drink pee. You got to drink my pee for some reason. I don't know why, but you got to do it. You just got to taste it. A little.
Okay.
No?
Sure.
See? I knew it. How about you?
Can I put the worm in it and have a lime chaser?
Yep.
Sure, do whatever you want.
Tequila tastes like piss anyway, so might as well.
Lie to my wife and or girlfriend, whatever, as a best friend. Would you do that?
Yep. Yeah, MAGA.
I'm
Chris, how fast?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. What do you want me to lie right now? Come on. Last one. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, how about you let your best friend borrow your car so you can find your girlfriend? MAGA or MALAKA?
MAGA.
Buddy, make it fun. Yeah. Big letters on that one. Big MAGA.
MAGA for sure.
Oh, Cordelia, there's so many stories.
You know what? I think I know this one
so
by
good.
default.
So
But look, let
funny.
me tell you another story. The story of our friend Chris coming on the podcast here to help us out on the sports show. Thank you so much. Two-time, back-to-back.
Two-time.
Guys, thanks for having me.
This is our Saturday, man. This is what we do. Come anytime.
Appreciate having me.
all gas, no
Oh,
brakes,
no, we
score
love
So
four
good.
Thanks for
goals.
coming.
If you think you won this
Sports
place,
show,
you get four
episode
clothes.
230 or 31?
230. 230.
This one's 230? I thought last was 230.
No, this one's 230.
This one's 230. So episode, look, Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, CGSW, second Tuesday of every month. And if you're listening to this, don't forget October 25th on 90.9 FM, they're doing the funding drive. So from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Mountain Time, we're on live. And we're going to be talking sports, maybe a couple similar topics. Probably not, the sports changes. Nonetheless, 2:30. Another one for the books. We got to shove it in the locker because we do got to hit the showers.
I agree. And by the way, if you're bored on Spotify and you like Greek music, DJ Christaki, Xristaki, get on there and listen to some Greek music.
Yeah, your show's really good, man.
Yeah.
I like the interludes,
Yeah.
the way you do it.
Yeah.
It's great, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very appreciative of all the. I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to get so good.
Hey, you know what? So it's as good as the content, Chris.
Yeah, you know what? You're right about that.
That's it.
And I thank you guys for the support, though.
Hey, it's our pleasure. We love you. And you know what? I guess I figured out both of you are pieces of shit. And none of the way will save me.
Mitch, here's the thing, though, right?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
what I come to learn about you, is that you're quick to judge, but in the same situation, you're no different.
No. I would fight the bear.
no, you
I
know
know
what?
myself. I
Hold
would
on.
fight the bear.
I thought
That bear wouldn't know
Us
where.
is Malakias, Mitch.
I would do
No,
it.
no, no.
I would
Mitch,
fight the bear. I'm
Mitch,
dead
Mitch,
serious.
Mitch, here's the thing. You grandstand, though. I think you're a great friend. I think you would do anything for anyone. I think if I was in Antarctica and I was stuck upside down in an icicle and the only out was my one phone call to phone you to fly to pick me up, I think you would do it. Yeah. But when it comes to the bear, you're no different, eh?
No, the bear I'd fight.
If the bear was doing a DiCaprio launching me up here, this and that,
Right.
Buddy, pare dromo. I'll tell you to get
I
out
will
of
say
here.
this right away. I'd be like, psst. I would try to scare it away first before I jump in.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
not
It's like-
stupid.
but then-
at the
but-
same time, I'd eventually have. I couldn't see you just die like that.
You're a little.
Now, granted, if
he's
you
a
died,
little Munaki sometimes because he always like puts it back on the other guy. I would do
if
it.
you took one
I'd
shot,
do it.
I mean, in your case, one hit and you're out. I mean, yeah, I guess there's nothing to fight here, but I mean, I would jump in.
It is a good question, though.
Yeah, just
It-
you know
it
what?
is-
I'm gonna ask that tomorrow when we see
It's like-
PA.
But you know what? Dimitri said that's a good point. It's like, it just depends on the situation. How big is the fucking thing? How tall is it?
It shouldn't matter, Chris.
No.
It shouldn't matter how
No,
big
no,
it is.
No, you're right. But how big are his claws, his nails, everything?
Forget
right?
about it.
What are we gonna
If he-
sit there and
hold on,
analyze the thing?
hold on a second.
I'm in danger. Come and
Mitch,
save me.
Mitch, if he goes and he grabs Chris and he takes him up into the Thedro,
Yeah.
how the fuck am I going to climb up there?
Oh, but listen, if I have to jerk the fucking
Well,
thing,
listen.
I'm
I
out.
mean,
lost.
yeah,
He's out.
If he's
I'm
carrying
out.
Chris up if he's taking him into the cave, okay. I see there are certain scenarios, but Chris is saying we got to analyze his
Listen.
height and his weight, his body mass index. So I can't look into this.
Listen. If we're both here, he comes and he mauls the Chris right off the get-go. I'm right here. I'm coming in.
Okay, what about this? Let's
I'm
say the
up.
three of us are hiking, the three of us,
Yeah.
and the one bear starts attacking me.
Listen.
I have a feeling both of you, neither of you would jump
We would
in.
look at
buddy,
we'd
I
look
would.
at each other and be like, "Pame."
Buddy, I'd be like this.
And you want to know what else? We'd lie to your wife. We'd lie to the cops, and I would even help the bears dig up the body.
There it is. Good show, guys.
Good show.
Yeah, you know.
You don't know me when it drop, then I'm mostly what they bopping. You can say what you got when it's Tuesday, I be locked in.